Hey everybody. It's time that we check in and talk about some social commentary for video games. I know that's everybody's favorite subject, especially on the right wing. But here we're going to talk about it from another different perspective, from somebody that actually plays video games. So um, let's talk about this. I seen this earlier, and quite frankly, it was so dumb to me because I've been a Tekken fan my whole life. Like one of Tekken's biggest fans. I'm comfortable saying. I rode for this game. I've gotten every single mainline game. I've gotten almost every spinoff game. I didn't get the Game Boy games, meaning like Tekken Advance or Tekken 3D Prime Edition. But I did play the Tekken mobile games. Like I got like a big, like long pedigree on Tekken. Like, you could ask me anything about Tekken, ask me how I feel about the story in any of the games, ask me how I feel about the characters. I have a feeling for every single character in the games. And like I could tell you like right off the bat, I think that Miguel, who's the gentleman in the left, I think that Miguel was a cool character and a character that I think was necessary for to really show and hone in how big of a monster Jin was in Tekken 6, and to show Jin that there are consequences for his actions. I hate that in Tekken 7, it was kind of like his swan song. He didn't get over the death of his sister, but he understood that Jin did not, necessarily want to do the things he wanted to do and felt remorse, so he let him be, which is that's character growth, and honestly one of the best endings in Tekken 7. And Miguel, he's a solid character. He doesn't need to return for any story reason, unfortunately, but he may return just because people want him. Who knows? Katarina Alves, the lady to the right, she had potential, but for whatever reason, Bandai Namco's writing in Tekken 7 is so lopsided and weird. She had a storyline with Gigas, and neither one of these characters returned. So basically, it wasn't important to them, and they just discarded the characters. I don't think that it was because Katarina wasn't widely used or Gigas. I think people used them quite a bit. People just did not like them as characters, which you can't really help. I do like Katarina. I think that she had potential. Like I said, she didn't live up to it in any way, but that's fine. I think that she could return. I think that Gigas could return. I think that they could reinvent her fighting style a little bit more, because they basically made her for mashers. That was like basically their goal. They wanted a character that you can press kick, 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 and you get a combo. And they succeeded. But I don't really think her fighting style is true to, what she's modeled after. She's modeled after Savat, which is French kickboxing, if I remember correctly. And I don't really get kickboxer out of her. I just get random kicks. Like the way she moves and attacks is not like what I imagine a kickboxer to. Josie, on the other hand, is different. But enough about the characters. You see, I understand these characters and I know what they're about. So let's talk about this. Diversity in video games when DEI didn't exist. Okay, so let's start with Miguel. So right off the bat, this guy right here is white. So he doesn't exist in diversity. He is he's of European descent. He is European. Miguel is Spanish. He is not Mexican. I don't know what they thought they were doing with this. And some of the comments say something along the lines of like, yeah, men were real men or something like that. Because, again, a lot of these clowns don't play video games. They just, they're just gay, honestly. And that's not a put down, like, but that's really gay. Like, they're like, oh man, Miguel is so muscular. Why don't we have muscular men like Miguel anymore? Even though in Tekken 8 they're the most muscular they've ever been. And again, I feel the need to say that this guy is not a diverse character. There are 11 Europeans in Tekken. I counted earlier. It's like 11 more if you count the Jacks. And there, if you count him as a white person, there's probably about 16 or 17 white people. But anyway, let's move on. I'm not bitter about the amount of white people. I just want to let you know. I'm just saying he's not a diverse character by any means, and like it's really gay that they're focusing in on like how muscular he is. You know, this is really strange thing to bring up in some of the comments that are in here. Catarina Alves, she is Brazilian, but the only reason she like they don't care about her being Brazilian is because they think that she's sexy, which is like that fetish. I can never say it. That fetish shit. That fetish BS. Diversity in video games when DEI didn't exist. So DEI in total is supposed to be DEIA. Diversity, equity, inclusivity, and accessibility. They never put the A at the end because they know it makes them look like monsters to people that they want to get on their side. Put the A at the end. Like let's see what happened. Let's do a social experiment. But anyway, so I commented on this. I said that Michelle Chang, half Native American, half Chinese, since Tekken 1, you fucking dork. And like she's covered up. This is a white shirt. She has a brown jacket. She has these shorts. I guess it's the most provocative thing with the thigh-high socks and the boots. And honestly, for the time that she came out, like this kind of was a style that you could go for, I guess, if you lived in Arizona. But my point standing is that she's covered up. Like Tekken 7 existed before DEI, right? I'm doing the quotation fingers. It existed before DEI. So Tekken 1 did as well, but this character somehow like forgot the memo. They don't seem to understand. And this is Kunimitsu. This is what Kunimitsu looked like in Tekken 1, by the way. Like not a lot of people know this, but Kunimitsu, a lot of people had trouble figuring out if Kunimitsu was a boy or a girl back in the day. Kunimitsu, obviously it changed like more clearly in Tekken 2 where Kunimitsu had like more of a feminine build, but this is what Kunimitsu looked like. And Kunimitsu is still a woman in this game, by the way. Kunimitsu isn't a moniker like Yoshimitsu. Well, technically it's not. I guess it is now in Tekken 7 because there's a Kunimitsu too, but what I'm trying to say is this was the first Kunimitsu. Like there wasn't a one before her. Like there was dozens of Yoshimitsus before Yoshimitsu. Like this is the one right here. Right? And the list goes on and on and on. Like I could go back and forth about like every character that's ever passed through Tekken. I could talk about how Anna has had like a red and a blue dress all the way up until Tekken 5, and how the biggest thing that showed on her was her cleavage, which is still a prominent thing in Tekken 8. Well, with her specific dress. And with Nina has cleavage in like a couple dresses, but like this is how ridiculous the conversation gets when we start talking about DEI and Tekken, because Tekken, again, one of my most diverse games. I was trying to look up Tekken 8 sexy costumes earlier because I was like, man, I feel like there's some, and then I got like the seductress costume, and that just didn't work. But anyway, Tekken Tag 2. Yeah, the seduction costume isn't really seducing anybody. Like, I think that calling something sexy is, I think it's very subjective. But, like, you could definitely change the characters to, like, have, like, beach wear now. Tekken Tag 2 roster. This is the biggest roster Tekken has ever had. And I think that, it's pertinent for this video, so we talk about it, right? So let's take a look and see here. Look at all these characters. Look at this diverse group of characters. By the way, we're talking about DEI. Tekken doesn't really have an African character that's been playable besides, like, technically Azazel. They have Zafina. Zafina is a character of African descent because her ancestors came from Egypt, but she's a vague Middle Eastern character. Raven and Master Raven are obviously African American or African something or other. They're Afro something. That's not confirmed if either one of them is African. Bruce Irvin is African American. Leroy is African American, and Tiger, he's Afro-Brazilian, as well as Christy and Eddie. But there's not really an African in Tekken. It would be really interesting to get like an actual African. Like there's like 11 or 12 fucking European characters in this game, but like no African. Anyway, I'm sorry. I digress. Yeah, let's see. We got Japanese, Chinese, Irish, white American, British, black American, black, Australian, I guess. But let's just count the human characters, or Cyborg is good too, right? Yoshimitsu's Japanese. I don't care what the fucking book says. He speaks Japanese. Shut up. Brian, white American. Law, Chinese American. Miguel, Spaniard. So white European. Anna, Irish, white European. I called her Irish, right? Irish, white European. Yeah. Xiao Yu, Chinese. We're up to 2 Chinese people. Lily is Moroccan. Lars is Swedish. Ogre is ancient. No, I'm sorry. That's a dumb Tekken joke. But Ogre's from space, I guess. I don't know what the hell to call Jinpachi. He's Japanese, but he's dark skinned. I don't know what the hell went on with that, but I appreciate it. Lisa is an android, not a cyborg. JC, she's Native American, right? Like, because that's Julia Chang. She's Native American. She was born in Native American ruins, but like, I don't know. She's kind of white coated now. I don't know. Armor King, I always thought as Afro Latino. I believe Armor King is from Mexico, just like King. King is Mexico. All right. Japanese, vague Middle Eastern, South Korean, Brazilian, Eurasia, because Russia is part of Europe. Chinese, Japanese, Chinese. Yeah, Li Chaolan is Chinese. He's just the Japanese national. All right, talk about Eddie being Afro-Brazilian. Like, there's diversity in this cast. Do I have to go through more? Michelle's half Chinese, half Native American. Angel's an ethereal being. Sebastian he's either Moroccan or French. I don't remember. And Miharu's Japanese. There's a ton of Japanese people. Forrest is Chinese American. Kuimitsu's Japanese. Slim Bob's white American. Like Dr. Boskanovich is Russian. Like, come on, bro. Like, there's a lot of diversity here, even if you don't want to admit it. Like, what the fuck is the point of saying like there's no diversity? Or equity or inclusivity? It's like one of the most inclusive rosters of all time. And hold on a second. We can go to Tekken 7. Actually, yeah, Tekken 7, I guess the only thing I can say is they have Fakum Ram, who is from Thailand, and Josie, who is from the Philippines, right? Those are like the only characters besides Katarina that got added of a different area. I already talked about Master Raven. And Tekken 8, we got Azucena, who is she Argentinian? Hold on a second. Is she Argentinian or... Hold on a second, man. She's Peruvian. Okay, I'm sorry. She's Peruvian. That's my bad. But yeah, I guess it's like the latest diversity that they added there. Reina's Japanese, which is like, there's like 10,000 Japanese people. But like, that, I'm just saying all this to say, this is stupid. This is a stupid thing to say. 1.9k likes, bro. For what? And look what people are saying. Crazy way to expose you have never played Tekken. Exactly. Bro, your For You must be trolling you. It's crazy how much oxygen gets wasted knowing folks like this exist. Motherfuckers just weird for no reason on here. Sorry I read that way. Elon is doing this to me on purpose. Oh my goodness. Love it. Demanded entitlement and mandate that simultaneously seeks to diminish Caucasians, heterosexual males. Shut the fuck up. This dude doesn't even know what he's talking about. Let's see what they say to him. Oh, no, I'm not saying nothing to him. I got nothing else to say to these type of people. What's the D in DEI stand for? If I said driving and DUI are not the same, would you ask the same question? What? Exactly. Look at this. Yeah, look at this motherfucker get ratio. DEI is specifically about helping provide equal opportunities to prevent prejudice against groups that were previously denied a chance. While flawed, why do you guys keep thinking it's something it's not? People support DEI also support the idea that black people and others are incapable of meeting certain standards without a handicap. That's not the fucking point, idiot. Like, oh my goodness. Like, they don't understand. Okay, I'm black. If I get hired because diversity, equity, inclusivity, and accessibility initiative, then that means that the place has too many fucking white people. And I hate to say it that way, but it's because they understand there are too many fucking white people in here, and there's no diversity of thought, and there's no diversity that we've given thought to like have people hired. Right? Like, if I go to a job and there's 50 white people and there's no black people, no Mexicans, with two of the biggest groups that I know to even name, Mexicans and black people. If I go to a job and it's 50 people and all 50 of those people are, I'm sorry, I would be one of them. So if 49 of those people are white, then I would be the DEI hire, but that just means that they only hire white people and they only do that shit just to appease a standard, right? But if that standard exists, then that means it's giving an opportunity to me where they normally wouldn't. They would just hire the 50th white person. You fucking moron, idiot. Anyway, this ain't it. The way you're describing diversity also applies to DEI. I know you're a good guy. No, they're not a good guy, man. I'm not gonna like that. White women benefit from DEI the most. That's affirmative action. I don't know. Do white women fall under the umbrella of DEI? I guess it could be. Yeah, because I mean, honestly, white men run the fucking United States. They run a lot of other places too. So, like, you know, exactly. I would add how wild some people can look at character design and immediately map it onto a cultural war they never signed up for. That's 5th gen warfare right there. Reinterpreting creative content through a lens that's been pre-installed by the algorithm. You're not analyzing games, you're just reciting programming. Interesting. Wait. Nah. My fault, fam. I don't know. This is weird. No, I thought that it was negative towards this guy. It seems positive. Ew. DEI is quite literally fair hiring practices. Exactly. I don't even want to go any more into this, man, but just know this dude's an idiot and they don't have any information on Tekken, really. They're not Tekken players. Like, people like this, they post shit because they like Tekken 7, and that's another thing. That's another reason why Tekken 7 is a fucking problem to me. I said years ago, Tekken 7 sucks, right? And the fact that people get to this game and it's the first game that they ever played from Tekken because it sold 10 million copies, they're going to think that this is the gospel. They don't even fucking know the other games, and the other games aren't made available to play. So that's bad, right? Like, my friend BJ and I have conversations all the time. I'm not the most sentimental guy I used to be. I don't need every game that I've ever had preserved. I need most games preserved, though. This is why they need to This is why they need to re-release games for people so they can play Tekken and understand like different aspects to Tekken and like where Tekken comes from and how the characters came up. Because having all the endings in a gallery isn't enough. They need to experience the game, and I think that that's a good thing to do. They only did it with Tekken 2 on PS4. I don't know why. It doesn't even have online. Only online that they would need to put, in my opinion, would be on Tekken Tag 2, and that's it, honestly. Like, make a collection for Tekken 1 through Tag 2, and I think you'd be good. But Bandai Namco doesn't want to do it. They're too lazy. They act like they don't have money, but they do. It's insane. But yeah, that's another reason why I say Tekken 7 is the devil. The game sucked, and it sold the most. But I'm out of here, man.